talk about it and talk about our decisions. Everybody go, oh, I can't believe that one would be great, it'd be fun. But you haven't played it yet. Episode 1 isn't out. So instead, today, we're going to talk about how this Batman game came to be. So I'm Greg Miller from KindaFunny.com, and this is Tony Guerrero from Comic Vine and GameSpot. How are you, Tony?
Pretty good. How are you doing?
Good. Now you're here because you know a lot about Batman. You like the comics.
I do. Yeah.
Who is Batman?
Batman. Can I say?
Yeah.
Is this a spoiler?
Well, I don't know. Have they changed that in your game?
I don't know if it's a spoiler.
No, it's the same. Okay.
So Batman is Bruce Wayne.
Great. We'll see you back here for episode. No, everybody, don't worry about it. Sean O'Connor,
yes,
from Telltale Games, executive producer. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
You know, I'm pretty well. This is a nice set. You've done well for yourself.
We're excited to have you here.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here. Oh, he's excited.
And Tony as well.
No. Don't bring Tony into it if you don't have to. No, what are you guys bringing to Batman? You know what I mean? This is what, for me as a Batman fan, for Tony as a Batman fan, Batman's been done well before. Like, what were you excited for to come to and tackle in this project?
Yeah, I think this will be a Telltale Batman game, and I think there's been great Batman games before, and they've been really focused on action and skill, but we're bringing the drama and the detective work and some of these aspects that we do really well with our format. Like, we're going to be playing a lot of Bruce in our game, which is different than other Batman games, as well as a lot of Batman. And at certain points in our game, you get to choose whether you play as Bruce or Batman. So, you know, Telltale has a kind of a unique way, a story-driven game, and it's our take on Batman. So
then, Sean, what was the reaction in the studio like when people came in like, oh, we're going to work on a Batman game?
Oh, it was huge.
Yeah.
We have so many Batman fans here and so many comic fans, and yeah, the team is super excited. And even the people that are working on the other projects in the studio are super excited about Batman. And
was there trepidation? I mean, this is Batman. You know what I mean? You guys have had big properties before.
We don't shy away from a challenge, right? We're excited about it. We see so much that we can do that's different from what's been done before. So we think our take on Batman can be really unique and really entertaining to the fans.
Okay. So, Kevin, you're talking about Bruce, you're talking about Batman. How do you find that balance, and how does that look from a gameplay perspective?
Well, I think when we look at it, we look at your Batman no matter what suit you're wearing, whether you're wearing the bat suit or whether you're wearing the tuxedo as Bruce. So you're always Batman. Everything that can happen as Bruce can affect what happens as Batman and vice versa. So that was really kind of where we were grounded, this duality of always being Batman in every context.
Now, Tony, are they saying the right things? Because I'm a Batman fan like you, and it sounds like they're saying the right things.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah?
I mean, the only difference would be Batman is Bruce Wayne if there's other people around. But yeah, he is always Batman because Bruce Wayne is more like the costume.
Right, Bruce Wayne's the mask,
yeah,
right?
Batman is who he is.
And I guess that's what's interesting about the game and what I've seen when we went to E3 and I got to watch the demo. Nobody let me play. Jerks. Is the fact that, you know, we get to be in the mind of Batman. And even when we are Bruce, it's then that question of, do I want to talk to Falcone and do I want to be a jerk about it? Or do I want to try to be the aloof playboy? Do I want to look weak? Do I want to start letting that Bruce Wayne part, or the Batman part go out as Bruce Wayne? Sean, is that hard to balance? I feel like Telltale games are always like, all right, you got to be a good guy, or not a good guy or a bad guy, but you make decisions that then radiate out. And Batman is so interesting. There's usually a core to what Batman is.
So is it difficult? Sure. But all of our games are difficult to make and make really well and make those choices really matter and make sure that the inner relationships you have with the other characters are all really meaningful and deep. So yeah, there's a lot of hard work that goes into it, but it's actually really fun to do and go, okay, we can be, you know, kind of the Caped Crusader Batman or more the Dark Knight, more brutal Batman, you know, and you can make those choices of how you want to go and how you want to play.
And that's what was fascinating about that E3 demo, is the fact that having the first glance at the game and what episode 1 was going to be, seeing those pop up where I think it's a conversation with Catwoman on the rooftop where she's like, well, why do you do this? And the choices pop up and it's like, well, I want to be the hero or I need to instill fear and all. And right there was the first time of like,
or
oh,
Gotham
right.
needs me. Yeah.
Exactly. Because this is, correct me if I'm wrong, Kevin, your own Batman, your own universe. You're playing, this is all your own universe thing.
Yeah, that's one of the great things is Batman has a 75 years of history, and there's been all these different takes in the comics and movies and television on what the Batman universe is like. There isn't really an official canon, like one true Batman. Sure. So we're making our own version of Batman, and it starts at a very familiar place where people are going to identify like all the common Batman elements, but it definitely does not finish there. It evolves in a very unique to Telltale way.
He becomes Superman.
He becomes Superman. Absolutely.
Tony, for you, here we are, you know, pre-episode 1. What does Batman need to be? When you think of Batman, what do you think of in terms of this is what the character is?
Well, I mean, you know, they always say Batman can take on anyone. You know, he's a brilliant man. You know, he's a great fighter, but it's all about his mind. You know, has contingency plans, and you know, he's the world's greatest detective. So he needs to be able to take on any situation, be prepared, and dive in there. So I'm fascinated about the idea of delving into the decision-making of Batman, and hopefully I can make the right decisions that Batman would make.
Well, that's the whole thing, and that's what's so weird about it, right, is that I felt like in previous Telltale games, right, Michonne in particular, where when I was playing it, I felt like I knew that character, so I knew the choices I was making. This is the canon choice of how it should be. But with Batman, it is like, more than ever, the branching paths, and if I want to be the Dark Knight, if I want to be the really brutal Batman, I can do that. But if I want to be, you know, the more, I'm in the gray suit with the blue top, I'm here and I'm going to be nicer and chum and all this different stuff. That's fascinating. That's what I'm interested about and how it's going to all play out. But then talk a little bit more then, I guess, about the fact of how it mutates, how Bruce's decisions affect Batman's and vice versa.
I'll talk Batman first. So Batman, how you act as Batman, if you're really brutal, the city kind of turns against you. So our game is early on in Batman's career. It's not, you know, 10 years in. It's
ballpark
1 or 2 years,
okay,
3 years, somewhere like that.
He hasn't had 15 Robins yet.
Right.
Gotcha.
Exactly. He has had 0 Robins at this point. So Gotham's still not sure how to react to this masked vigilante.
Sure.
And so depending on how you act, Gotham acts different. And so depending on how you act as Bruce with Falcone, like you said, that we showed in the E3 demo, or with Harvey Dent or some of the other characters that we have, that impacts how Gotham perceives Bruce as well. It all kind of ties together in some very cool and meaningful ways that I don't want to spoil.
Is it interesting to jump in and be able to have your own Harvey Dent and have your own Selina Kyle? Because that was the thing I was taking away from it, is the fact that I feel whenever we talk about Batman as a property, as 75 years of history, you talk about the Rogues Gallery, and you talk about all this, his partners in crime and all these different things. To come out and see the way Harvey interacts with Bruce, and then to see the way Catwoman and Batman get to there's something familiar about it with like Batman, Catwoman, and then with Harvey there was something grounded and not, if that makes sense.
Well, it's exactly what Kevin said, is we start in a very familiar place. So if you're familiar with Batman, which I would assume most people are that are picking this up.
If you're watching this, hey, what's up, Batman?
You probably are. We start in a relatively familiar place, and so with characters that you know, and we establish that, but then it kind of goes where you take it. So it really depends on how you play it, how you play with those characters, how you interact with them, how you treat them in where those characters go and where the season goes.
Based on Batman's decisions and Bruce's decisions, is it possible that maybe somebody we think would become a villain this way won't become a villain at all? Is that too leading of a question?
Yeah, I think there's definitely space where who the villains are in our series emerges from gameplay. So you may choose to do something that keeps Harvey, kind of leans into the good side of Harvey, but at the expense of your relationship with Vicky and things like that. Kind of in a Telltale game, there's no right or wrong answer to stuff. You're just making a mess of yourself the whole time.
There's just different consequences.
So then,
sometimes good, sometimes bad.
I mean, my question for you guys was then, how did you sell DC on letting you do that? You know, I mean, like, when I think of DC, I think of them protecting their characters and like protecting their toy box. Are they getting better about that?
They're fantastic to work with.
Yeah.
So the way we've kind of approached is we've thought of what we want to do, and we go talk with them, meet with them, and they're really open to us building our own Batman story and not just adapting something that's out there. So we're not trying to adapt any Batman story that's out there. We're building our own Batman story and our own Bruce story. And so they're really open to that. And they are super excited about some of the stuff that we're doing. They're like, I can't believe nobody's thought of that before. They've actually said it to us. I'm like, 75 years, nobody's done what you guys are doing. So there's some really cool stuff that's going to be surprises in there.
Tony, does that surprise you? You keep an eye on the comic book industry. I feel like being a DC fanboy for my entire life.
I mean, it makes sense that I could see them being very protective, and and there should be certain ground rules.
What are you...
Get it open. On it. You think he's gonna show? We'll bring the whole goddamn place down. Stay focused! We'll be out of here before anyone can stop us.
Oh, Christ. Move in!
Second floor. I'm going in.
Hey! Wait! Wait for backup!
Don't need it.
Take the stairs.
I heard stories, you know. Sent 3 home in an ambulance. The rest in body bags.
No wonder the cops want him dead.
Hey, you ever seen him?
Yeah, Gotham Zoo. With all the other flying animals.
Bruce, you can't keep doing this.
I have to. No one else will.
Every drop of blood, everything you've sacrificed. The city is safer now. It's made you a target. And people will keep you in the crosshairs until you're shot out of the sky.
Criminals in this city. They need something to fear.
Shit! The hell'd he go? Whatever got in, don't let it get out.
Back to back, circle up!
Oh, what the hell is this?
I know you're trying to create a myth, but be careful you don't turn into a monster.
Sometimes you need a monster.
Come on! Come on! Come on!
Didn't your mother teach you to knock? Behind you, big boy. Heyday.
Stay where you are! You're under arrest!
If you want to be intimidating, you're succeeding. Criminals are becoming afraid of you, so are the police.
It's a scare tactic, Al. Just a performance.
Without a scratch.
So far. that doesn't belong to you.
I was wondering if we'd cross paths.
You broke the law. Here I am.
Cut the shit. The law. Don't tell me that's why you do all this. Squeeze into a suit, tie on a cape. Most people dressed up like that end up in Arkham.
Gotham needs a hero. Someone to hunt down people like you.
So that makes me, what, a villain? Sounds fun. Gotta admit it, though. You give a good chase. One day you might actually catch me.
Tonight.
Don't you know not to corner a wild animal? It's dangerous.
Then let's put you in a cage.
Bring it, Bat.
It's over.
I wouldn't be so sure.
Jesus! Got it! Wait! Do not shoot!
Why go to all that trouble for this?
Shit!
A myth can't be killed. You, however, are flesh and blood.
God damn it! I said don't shoot!
No! Wait!
Guess I was wrong about you catching me. Not sure if it was for my sake, or yours.
Give up! There's no way out!
Give me some credit. Bye, Bat.
Step out of the shadows. be Bruce Wayne tonight.
Oh, that's a much harder fight.
Don't let tombstones be your family legacy.
Well then. Time to save the city.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. A humble district attorney like myself is not used to such a ringing endorsement. Even one who cut Gotham's crime rate in half. For too long, this city has burned with corruption and greed under Mayor Hill's authority. But I promise you, a vote for Harvey Dent is a vote to finally put your foot down. And together, we can stamp out the fire and save our great city. If only Mr. Wayne, my campaign's largest backer, could have heard that applause, he would well, there he is. Fashionable and fashionably late as always. Say hi, Bruce.
Welcome to Wayne Manor, everyone. My apologies for the late arrival.
Oh, not to worry, Mr. Wayne. We've all made ourselves very comfortable. Thank you again, everyone, for your unwavering support. Together, we will change Gotham. Mr. Wayne, thank you for opening your house to us. Now, I know this is the biggest mansion in Gotham, but I don't think you got lost on your way here. Where were you? I know you prefer the brooding billionaire angle, so the sooner we make nice with the donors, the sooner everyone will leave you alone.
Relax, it was important.
Not more than this. I know you despise these things, and truth be told, I do too.
What, a chance to show off your teeth and talk about yourself to a room full of money? Say it ain't so.
It's called playing the game, Bruce. And tonight, if you hadn't noticed, I'm playing for City Hall. No one came here tonight to see me.
Some champagne.
They want to see the Bruce Wayne, am I right?
And I can see him just fine from here.
This shouldn't be painful. It's not a kidney stone. It's only a little FaceTime with potential donors. Your face, specifically, with a mouth that's saying, support Harvey Dent. We're the grease, they're the wheels. And they're rolling in enough cash and votes to help make Gotham a place for families again.
I just don't like being someone I'm not.
What are you talking about? You are Gotham's golden sun. Let them bask in your radiant glow. This'll help you too, Bruce. Once I've turned this city around as mayor, you'll be a hero for funding my campaign. Now all I need is a decent slogan. I'm terrible at those. It always makes me sound like a used car salesman.
All right. How about, our hope is in Harvey?
Look at you. That's not half bad. I'm gonna use that. Bruce, I meant what I said. Together, you and me, we change Gotham. A city free from crime, where children can play in the streets again.
That's what I want too, Harvey, but you know how rough it is out there. We have to shake things up to make that happen.
Well, we can start with a few hands, Come on.
Pause.
Mr. Wayne, I'd like to introduce you to
Bob and Regina Zellerbach. Of course I know these two.
Hello, Bruce.
Regina here is the chairwoman of Wayne Enterprises, and her husband
voted for Mayor Hill last time. I'll admit it, Mr. Wayne. I don't know Mr. Dent from a pothole on Main Street, but I trust your family. If you believe in Dent, we believe in you. After all, whoever you support is a reflection on you.
And we trust someone like you to lead this city to greatness.
Well, thank you. But we're all here tonight because we want to make a difference. And that's what it's going to take. Every single one of us. Not just me, not just Mr. Dent. Everyone.
Right. Of course.
Old families like ours should flock together, you know. Like birds.
You're preaching, dear.
No, it's true. The Waynes and Zellerbachs are reminders of the golden age of Gotham.
This city's luster faded years ago, Mr. Dent. Look at Gotham now. Murder in the streets, corruption in City Hall, that Cape Bat freak dealing out vigilante justice like it's the wild goddamn West.
Oh, Bobby, regarding Golden Age, it seems you're getting cranky in yours. There's always hope.
Forgive me for being blunt, but one man can't save this city. And it's a dangerous mentality to think so.
Well, I have to say I side with your wife on this, Mr. Zellerbach. Even a spark of hope can light the darkness.
Oh, an idealist with a bank account. He'll be broke before Election Day.
And I know Bruce would gladly spend every penny he has to fix this city. I don't doubt that for a moment. Don't worry, though. I am not doing this alone. And with Bruce's help, we're replacing the dangerously unsecure Arkham Asylum with a state-of-the-art mental health facility to help Gotham's most at-risk individuals. It will be dedicated to Thomas and Martha Wayne, in the hopes that their fate will never be repeated.
After all your parents did for this city, to be killed in a botched robbery in some alleyway, it was terrible. Truly terrible.
A tragedy like that at such a young age must have been crippling.
If only that deranged man had gotten the right treatment, maybe... well, I don't like to think about maybes. And I'm sure you don't either.
Well, Harvey is the one who's been behind the project since day one. A vote for him is a vote for the memory of my parents.
You'll have it.
Thank you. Thank you both. Not saying I doubted you, but that went better than expected.
It is a night of ringing endorsements.
Oh, well, hello. Harvey Dent, Gotham's next mayor, and eager to know you.
Vicky Vale. Not interested. And reporter for the Gotham Gazette.
This is a private fundraiser, Miss Vale. No reporters allowed.
Well, you don't mind if I stay and ask a few questions, do you, Mr. Wayne?
Well, you can ask me whatever you want at the press conference tomorrow.
Tonight is strictly off the record. We can talk, but nothing gets written down.
I'm okay with that. I was just hoping to see what makes Bruce Wayne tick. This is quite the social event, Mr. Wayne.
Oh, come on now. It's so formal. Call me Bruce.
Well, Bruce, you've been going around pleasing everyone tonight. But how are you doing? You should enjoy your own party before all the champagne runs out.
Well, I'm doing better now that you're here. Well, I'll tell you, if all these stuffed shirts weren't around, I'd give you the private tour.
Mr. Wayne, you've got something on your collar. Is that blood? Yeah. It looks like...
Actually, it's lipstick.
Well, no wonder you were late. Say no more.
Do excuse me, Master Bruce, but another guest has arrived.
I'm sure they'll find the bar.
You may want to greet this one personally, sir.
Carmine Falcone? Is the Dent campaign soliciting votes from Gotham's biggest crime family?
Falcone's never been convicted of anything except being a businessman who loves this city. Excuse us, Miss Vale.
And what kind of business do you think he's in?
The one that controls enough votes to get me into City Hall. This is the necessary evil of politics, Bruce. It's in the service of a better Gotham, for all of us. Look, at least hear him out before you kick him out.
I don't want him in my home.
Actually, you don't want him angry. Trust me. A word of warning, Bruce. Play nice.
You know, I've been in the market for a new house. Decent walk-up, sky-high ceilings, plenty of room for my cars. I think I'll take it. though the decor offends my eyes. Oh, man, all flash, no class.
My family built this house. It's not for sale.
Everything's for sale, Mr. Wayne. And everyone. Just need to find the right currency. Come on, Falcone. Thank you for welcoming me into your home. You're a respectable man, I hear.
Gentlemen, perhaps we'll all be more comfortable in the parlor. Follow me, if you will.
You should know, Mr. Falcone, my analysts say we're raising triple what Mayor Hill had... Hey, what's...
Private audience.
Come on, guys. Bruce?
You'll be fine out there, Harvey. I saw plenty of skirts to keep you busy for a few minutes.
We talk alone. Just you and me. Sorry, Harvey.
Yeah, I'll get a drink or something. Christ.
Yeah, well, that's just like Harvey, huh? Wants to make sure the rules are followed. But in my experience, there's the law, and there's doing what's right. You understand? And I'd rather see Harvey actually help this city instead of just saying he will.
Well, I would say you can uphold the law and still do what's right.
To a point. No one gets remembered for staying in the middle. I ain't here to chinwag about politics, Mr. Wayne. Gives me indigestion. I got enough of that as is. So, let's talk relationship. Chalk this for me. Be a pal. I can get Harvey the mayor's seat, or I can pull it out from under him. Whatever happened to being a gracious host? Okay, imagine, this is me. And these are all my friends in Gotham. The businesses, restaurants, clubs, docks, unions, politicians. I make them all move. And I want to keep everything moving if Harvey gets elected. That's why I came here tonight to your lovely home, hoping to make a new friend. One who can help Mr. Dent see the light, if need be. Between your businesses and mine, I bet we employ half the city.
Yeah, that's not happening.
Hey, this isn't a deal with the devil. You listen to me, kid. I know somewhere inside that tuxedo you understand this situation. Money gets money. The risks, the alliances, the hidden costs. Your father knew which hands to shake. And which to break.
I think I'll have someone see you out.
Okay. So that's how it's gonna be. People don't say no to me. Not for long.
Master Bruce, your guests are leaving. I recommend seeing them out. You wouldn't want to be rude.
Heed your butler's advice, kid. Oh, and I'm no longer interested in buying the house. The owner's a prick. And he's gonna get what's coming to him.
It's me.
Another brutal week in Gotham, folks. A string of home invasions rippled through the city's already crime-infested East End. Apparently, the bandits are using stolen GCPD battering rams to force their way in, with breaking and entering incidents up 40% over last year. Remember to keep those front doors locked tonight. And we have breaking news tonight. 5 criminals are in custody this evening after a break-in at City Hall. But thanks to the efforts of the Batman, the stolen items were returned.
Not all of them. Let's see what she was really after.
Allegations that Dent may have actually been involved in the break-in. Talk about dirty politics. Does Hill's campaign really think these accusations hold any water with the voters? Or will it be perceived as a desperate attempt from
Nearly fell off a building for this?
Now on day 3 of the factory fire that will not end. Crews have given up trying to combat the blaze at the Otisburg Processing Center, owned by East Chemical. Still no word on what started the fire. Whatever's burning here has resisted everything the fire department has thrown at it. They're recommending people avoid the area.
Let's find out what was so important.
Happen to breathe in any of that tar black smoke.
Encrypted.
Wayne Manor has 7 bedrooms, 2 kitchens, a library, a gymnasium, a basketball court, and a movie theatre. And yet I always find you here, in a dark, damp cave, in front of a computer.
I'm more at home here than the rest of the house, you know that.
Then we should build an 8th bedroom down here.
Sure, I can see the headlines now. Bruce Wayne, billionaire, entrepreneur, cave dweller.
Quite an eclectic resume. Did you find out what that, Catwoman tried to steal?
Well, in the process.
What are we looking at?
Let me try a different angle. This is a map of the east side shoreline. But it could mean any number of things. Money, weapons, drugs. Everything flows through that port.
Maybe it's where Mayor Hill picks up his dry cleaning.
Can't make sense of it yet. There's still plenty of files to decrypt.
And in the meantime, I saved you what I could.
Thanks, Al.
Yeah, the same couldn't be said for the bar. I had to literally pry Mrs. Zellerback away. But you'll be pleased to hear everyone has left, including Mr. Falcone. before the game switched from billiards to cutthroat. I'd recommend leaving the fistfights to your alter ego. Bloodstains are much harder to remove from a tuxedo.
I had everything under control.
That's true. I've seen you take down worse thugs. But I'd already sewn you up once tonight, and I had no interest in a repeat performance. For the record, your father despised men like Falcone, thought they ruined Gotham's stellar reputation.
Back when it still had one?
It can again, Bruce. Though people like this Catwoman aren't helping. Is she new to town?
I've never seen her before. Hopefully, she's just a tourist. I'll check the codex. Found her.
Not much to find, apparently.
Few burglaries, break-ins. Seems to lay pretty low.
You could learn a thing or two from her. You can't step outside without it ending up in the news lately. As Bruce or Batman.
That's not the point. I want criminals to know I'm out there. Batman isn't hiding from anybody.
I was talking about Bruce. I don't mean to beat a dead argument, but...
No one's gonna figure it out now. Trust me.
Miss Vale noticed your injuries, so did Mr. Dent. If they put it together with the incident at the mayor's office, it would undo all the long nights and close calls we've endured to get here. You're in the spotlight more than ever. You have to be careful.
You're right. I should have canceled the event.
I know how much pressure you're under. I don't mean to add to it.
It's okay. I know you're only looking out for me.
If we make a suit that fits me, we can trade places some night, though I'm not partial to heights. Old men worry, that's all. It's our gift and our curse. One more worry for the list.
I thought I saw Oz. It's been, what, 20 years? Last time I saw him, we were in grade school.
Indeed. You two were thick as thieves. Oswald, however, took that role more literally than you.
Dishonorable discharge, illegal boxing matches, arms dealing, prison stints?
That's a criminal grand slam, if I'm using the expression correctly.
Unfortunately, you are.
Oswald claimed he only wanted to catch up, but his behavior following his family's collapse is troubling. Why he's returning now, I haven't the faintest idea.
Do you think he might know something about the break-in? This Catwoman shows up around the same time Oswald comes back to town. Might not be a coincidence.
Oswald's crimes, numerous they may be, are on a much smaller scale than robbing City Hall.
Well, he was always trouble growing up, but it's the fun kind of trouble.
You both were. Even though you and young Master Cobblepot used to be close, I'd advise you to be cautious. But I know you can't abandon a good mystery until it's solved.
I'll be careful, Alfred.
When you see what's become of his park, I think you will.
Where are you, Oz?
Great. There's the statue, but no Oz.
Watch wallet cash. But this goes through you. Hey, you heard it, man. The hell are you waiting for? Huh?
You're making a mistake.
You already made one coming here. The next one kills you. And him.
Gentlemen!
Oz.
Keep walking, all right? This don't concern you, twerp!
You see, that's where you're mistaken. My old mate and I have some catching up to do. And you're ruining the moment! Come here! Think that'll do? Stay down! This used to be a nice place. No lives like you don't belong. This is my park! Mine! You hear that? Oh, hey Bruce. You've got a little, yeah, good as new. Woo! That was a right little scrap, eh? Nothing kickstarts the system like a dash of adrenaline, eh? Besides, someone needed to deal with the rubber situation here.
You didn't need to take it so far.
Some folks are fine hearing, Bruce. Others don't get the message unless it's beaten into them. It's been what? 2 decades?
And you know what? I haven't been mugged once that entire time.
That wasn't why I brought you here, mate. Right now, I am trying to recognize the little Bruce I used to run around this place with. Back when it wasn't, you know, like this. This park used to mean something. A place that was safe for kids, for families. People came from all over to visit. Oh, Mum and Dad, they put so much work in here.
It's a shame what happened. It was beautiful once.
And now, it's a hellhole. Last thing my parents ever built. This city chews right through people. Mum committed to Arkham. Dad ended it himself, he did. My family's fortune, there's nothing left, Bruce.
I know. Alfred told me.
It's funny, huh? Same place that ground my family to dust. Gave you the good life. Used to run in the same circles we did. Hobnobbing parties, round-the-world vacations, unlimited potential.
I'm sorry, Oz. No one should have to go through that.
Thanks, Bruce. But we are not the only ones suffering. Good to know you haven't changed, Bruce. You still care about something more than just yourself. Although, I was surprised to see Carmine Falcone at your party last night. Made himself right at home. That oily...
Falcone was an uninvited guest. That's it. Never want to see his face again.
On that, we can agree in earnest. Falcone made a stack of cash and corpses a mile high, ruining families like mine. All he needs is a little push. And... it'd be a treat to watch him hit pavement. Sorry, mate. This reunion got a lot more grim than I planned. Things are gonna be on the upswing soon, though. A revolution is knocking on Gotham's door, and I'm here to let it in. Which brings me to you, Bruce. You see, you throw a rock in any direction, you break a window that Wayne Enterprises owns. As the rich and powerful go, oh, you top Gotham's list. But when my revolution starts, we're gonna smash windows and cross off names all the way down. Like I said, it's not gonna be pretty. It's gonna be beautiful.
I'm not your enemy, Oz.
That remains to be seen, don't it? I've got great affection for you, Bruce. I really do. Which is why I'm warning you. When this whole thing starts, make sure you're on the right side. Good seeing you, Bruce, but I got some rocks to collect. Cheers. Mr. Wayne, over here, right here.
This way.